You have all heard about the reports coming out of Las Vegas about the shooting that occurred there on Sunday morning. A husband and wife walked into a restaurant and opened fire on two police officers and draped their bodies with a "Don't Tread on Me" Gadsden flag and also a swastika flag. So, does this give those on the left a good reason to paint Tea Partiers as gun-crazed white supremacists? Phillip Dennis of the Dallas Tea Party says no way, and he joins us now. Phillip, welcome to Smart Life. Good to have you back.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Gina. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I tell you, I every time there's one of these shootings, Phillip, everyone, all the folks on the statist side of the road start pointing fingers. Oh, it's going to be some crazy Tea Partier. And up until now, most of these people have been out of a very statist orientation as opposed to the Tea Party. These people, they look like maybe they were conservatives, at least in some ways. I know there was some marijuana stuff. I looked through their Facebook page, so using the term conservative loosely. But nonetheless, it looks like perhaps they fell on the right side of politics. You say not so fast.
Yeah, I disagree with that, Dr. Gina. I think they were actually, if you go back and look at the things they've said and done in their YouTube videos, they were a bunch of whack jobs. And advocating violence against the police and government, that tends to generally go along with the rhetoric we heard from the Occupy movements, as well as we saw violence against the police, as well as their vehicles being turned over and set on fire as well. If you remember, Tea Party patriots across the country have never ever been arrested for any type of anything, much less violence against police officers. And you're right, these people were involved. He was advocating marijuana laws and so forth, placing swastikas on bodies and so forth. That really doesn't go very well with the Tea Party.
You know, you look back at and I agree with you on that, even if their politics, if they suppose they were, I guess, anti-Obama, so that, I guess, puts them on the place of the left. Anti-Hillary, too, didn't look like they liked her either, but the Tea Party message has always been one of peace, and it's really sort of a wonder that in, 6 years now almost of Tea Party emergence, there has never been a violent incident. We know certainly with the Occupy movement, right off the bat, there were rapes, there were public, all sorts of activities that you don't even want to hear about, and it really, though, it doesn't surprise me that, well, I guess I would put it like this. If you look back at the things that have happened out of this administration, the assaults on liberty, do you think more people will tend to get more radical and act upon what they perceive as the takeover, the hostile takeover of their freedoms in their country?
Well, I think it's indisputable there is an attack on the personal liberties of Americans that are liberties that are constitutionally guaranteed to us. We're seeing, I just read today about all of the police vehicles and machine guns and sniper equipment that local police departments are now bringing on. Why do they need that? I mean, it's just, this isn't, Detroit, where we live. So it is frightening. And then we see all of the other laws that have been passed or executive orders that curtail our personal freedoms as well. So yes, I think we do have good reasons to distrust this administration as well as distrust government at all. But the Tea Party recognizes the need for government, although we want a government that is controlled by the people and not the other way around.
Well, it's going to be interesting to watch this. Phillip, do you think more attacks like this will occur from people who've sort of gone off of that deep end?
Well, I think whack jobs are going to attack at any time, and it's interesting to see, these gun-free zones. And I understand Walmart was not one, and someone with a concealed carry weapon was able to kind of slow them down and until the police got there. He was sadly murdered in the attack. But I think we'll always see crazy people gunning people down. We're just not going to see people from the conservative Tea Party side doing it because we're law-abiding people, and like I said, we've never been arrested for any type of violent attack.
That's right. And in fact, the Nazis were, we know, a very leftist organization. Anybody who's studied that knows that one little factoid. So anyway, Phillip Dennis, thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it.